everybody, welcome back to their product review. This time I'll be taking a look at the RT81 by Fluance. This is what I believe is their top of the line turntable as of this taping. It comes in a walnut finish. I can't wait to check this thing out. It looks really cool, but does it perform well? We're gonna find out. But before we do all that, I just wanna say that the fine folks over at Fluance sent me this free of charge for me to check out, and my opinions are my own. Now I'm gonna start with an unboxing video, and then I'm gonna take some time out and really run this turntable through its paces, and then I'm gonna come back and finish up with a review. So let's get started. So this is the box that it comes in. It had a little bit of shipping damage right here. I don't think that's gonna affect the deck itself. It feels like it's pretty well padded on the inside, but we're gonna find out. So I'm gonna grab my X-Acto knife here and just start cutting along the seams here. Ooh, got a little pinched up there. And we're gonna come around the other side. Do the same thing here. I will say that the tape job is nice, and if you look at this corner, it's actually stapled together, which I think it's pretty sturdy package that way. And we're gonna just cut along the top here, split the seam. Yes, there we go. Okay. So it says right up top here, please retain original packaging for warranty purposes. Now this does come with a 2-year warranty, but I believe some of their speakers come with a lifetime warranty. So anyway, we have a box within a box here. Now this is gonna be a little tricky, so I think I'm gonna have to do my pineapple upside down cake technique. There we go. Ooh, it is tightly packed in there, okay. And I'm gonna flip it back over because I think this is the bottom. All right, we heard a little bit of movement. Should be fine though. I'm gonna cut this tape like so, right across. I'm excited to see what this thing looks like in person. And one last piece of tape. All right, there we go. Maybe I did that wrong. Let's see, this could be the bottom. No, okay, got one piece there. And here is the rubber turntable mat that it comes with. All right, we'll set that aside. Got some documentation. All right, here's the turntable itself. And we have one little accessory right there, which is the 45 RPM adapter. I'm not gonna worry about that right now. Let's just cut this bag, how about? There we go, that might be easier. There we go, much easier. Ooh. There we go. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's nice. I like that. I'm gonna set that aside for now. Okay, so there's the motor. Nice metal spindle here. And take that off. And move that lock. And let's get rid of this real quick. There we go. Okay, so let's start setting this thing up real quick. This has got to be the platter. Nice. This is looks like solid aluminum. Put that right there. What's nice, they include this little ribbon here to help you attach the belt to the motor drive, just like that. That was pretty easy. Okay, what else we got here? This looks like, oh, this is the power supply. And let's see, this looks like the counterweight that we need. Bust this out. Oh yeah. And we have the head shell, which I like is the quick release style. Oh yeah, let's bust out this turntable mat. We'll set this right on there like that. Ooh, feels good. So this is real easy. You just connect it like that and boom, you're done. Let's do the counterweight next. And we'll just, pretty easy to do that, just screw it on. Cool, so this does have the markings on it so that you can do the old style technique where you find the sweet spot where the tone arm just balances perfectly, and then you set the tracking force using this dial. I'm gonna use a stylus weight to do this. I just find it's faster, easier, and I don't always have to rely on that. Well, I am pretty impressed so far. I like the build quality on this. It looks great, but how is it gonna sound? I am excited to find out, play it through many different speakers and in different environments with different records. Can't wait to let you know how that all goes, but you don't have to wait because you'll find out right now. Hey everybody, welcome to the review portion of this video. Now I had a chance to really play around with this turntable, put it through many different setups. I used it on a live stream. I used it with the built-in phono preamp and without. And in both cases, I didn't really hear a big difference. The one sort of interesting thing is that I didn't find it really necessary to use the ground cable. I don't know if it's just modern components and a modern turntable don't necessarily need it. It's more for a vintage setup, but even with this setup, I don't find I need it. Another thing I want to note is the auto stop. It has this feature to where when the tone arm gets to the run out groove, the infinite loop, it will continue to spin for, I would say, a good 20 to 25 revolutions before the turntable eventually just stops. It doesn't pick up the needle. Like this turntable is a semi-automatic. Once it reaches a certain point in the arc of the tone arm, it'll bring it back up and bring it back to the resting position. This one doesn't do that, which is kind of nice because, certain releases have a special infinite loop like Sgt. Pepper's by the Beatles, and you can turn that off. First up, this thing looks great. It's got a classy look about it. It's got a very heavy plinth to it, and I think that's a solid MDF is what they use with this nice wood veneer. I like the matte finish of this tone arm and stuff. The anti-skate works well. This knob is very classy. It's very easy to use. I like the fact that you don't have to change the belt to change the speed of the record. And unlike the U-turn Orbit turntable, these hinges are spring loaded, and so the dust cover will stay up. I actually like that it's smoked out. It looks pretty classy. So either way, it looks great like this, or you could pull it off altogether, remove those hinges, and it's gonna look really classy too. The fit and finish on this is exceptional. I had really no issues with the build quality of this. Very easy to set up, as you guys saw. I like that it's a quick release head shell, so you can switch it out, or if you wanna, get in there and inspect it, it's easy to take off. I like the fact that it's got a built-in preamp, which is really handy for someone who's just getting into it. Now, I know some of you are like, oh, well, don't use that, it's gonna be crappy. And yeah, I agree. Any preamp that's gonna be built into a turntable is not gonna be as good as a standalone preamp. However, I'm looking at this as someone just getting into the hobby, and for under $500, $400, they can get this plus a pair of powered speakers and you're good to go. You have a turntable setup. So that I think is really great. But the fact is you can turn it off if you don't want to use it. So the big elephant in the room is the speed of this thing. How accurate is it? I went on Amazon and I looked at the most critical reviews, and a lot of people are saying that this is not accurate. And then there's a high percentage of wow and flutter. Now, to me, wow and flutter, I expect that on this price point of a turntable. It's less than $300. It's around the $250 mark. And it's not gonna be that accurate. You're not gonna have like a quartz motor in there that's gonna regulate the speed. I get that. For that price point, you're not gonna get that accuracy. However, I was expecting it to be in the range of 33 1/3. So what I did was I got an app on my phone and I made a baseline using my AT-LP120, which has a direct drive motor, and it was right on the money, 33 1/3. So I'm like, okay, this app is pretty accurate. So I tested it on this turntable, and it came out of the box around 33.78, which is not bad. I was okay with that, but I wanted to kind of fine tune it. Now, the only way you do that is underneath the turntable. It's actually really quite annoying. And you got to make sure you have your tone arm locked here. Your platter is going to fall out because you got to turn the whole thing over. So I would suggest just pulling the platter off, removing it, then flipping everything over. And then once you get in there, I used a small flathead screwdriver, and it's weird because there's not really a slot in there. I couldn't see one. I used a flashlight. I tried to really look in that hole, and it's just like there's like a piece of rubber that's between the screw. I'm assuming there's a screw in there connected to a pot, and then you have like this paperboard sort of backing. So you're kind of like guessing that I think I'm turning something. And so I adjusted it very minutely. I just gave it a little bit of a turn, tested it again. I got it to 33.49. And I was like, you know what? That's good enough for me. I don't want to overshoot it and mess it up more. So the adjustment's kind of annoying. So just know that going in. I would suggest running this turntable for a couple hours or so, or over a couple of days, just to get it kind of warmed up when you first get it, and then go in there and fine tune the motor there. Okay, so now aesthetically, the one thing I really don't like about this turntable is right here, this Fluance. It feels cheesy. Like, for as classy as this machine is, this feels like something that should be on the dust cover. So another thing is it comes with a 45 RPM adapter. This is probably one of the more cheaper components of it. It's plastic, it's a spacer. I like the fact that they did include it. It's not a necessary component, and I kind of wish they had a place for it right up there, like this turntable does. Otherwise, I mean, it's just sort of out there, and it doesn't quite have a good spot to be. Well, overall, I believe that this is an excellent turntable for someone who's just getting into the hobby. Yes, $250 seems like a lot of money, but honestly, if you spend less than that, you're gonna be missing out on some key components. And you gotta look at it this way. It's an investment that will continue to give back as your ears get more sophisticated, as your collection grows. You can then upgrade the cartridge. You can also upgrade to a preamp, a better speaker sound system. This thing is gonna match that up to a certain point. You know what I mean? It's gonna carry you along for a very long time. And with that, I give this turntable 4.5 pompadours out of 5. So if you guys are interested in picking this turntable up, you should be aware that there is a model beneath this called the RT80, and it has a felt mat instead of rubber, and it comes with the ATN91 cartridge, which is a step below this one. I don't think it's gonna be terrible for your records. I just think it's worth the extra 50 bucks. Pick up the RT81, you get the wood finish, nice rubber mat, and the ATN95E, which is just, it's a workhorse cartridge. It's not the best in the world, obviously, but it's a good entry-level one, and it's easily replaceable. You can find replacement stylus pretty much anywhere you go, from music stores to electronic places. If they sell turntables, oftentimes they'll have this replacement stylus right there on the shelf, so it's an easy pickup that way if you're in an emergency. I know I've had that happen before. So anyway, guys, I want to know what you have to say. Be sure to leave me a comment down below and let me know what you think. Until then, thank you so much for watching. I'm your Vinyl Geek, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Hey guys, thanks again for checking out this product review. Now, if you want to see more, I put a playlist right there, as well as a video that YouTube will choose for me. So have fun and click away.